Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, your girl, the one and only Tiffany E, aka Sexline TV2, and I am here to give you guys all of the tea when it comes to wrestling and maybe a little bit of odds and ends in between there. So why don't you go ahead, go get your snacks, go get your juice, go get you a good drink, a good glass of wine if you can drink it. If you're underage, don't be drinking, okay? Go on and get you some juice or something and sit back and listen as we kiki and holler about wrestling. Because over here, you get a plethora of things when it comes to my show, okay? You get wrestling commentary.
No benefit of the doubt. Dr. Phil say don't do that. Dr. Phil say when somebody show you who they are, and so did Maya Angelou, believe them. Them two hoes are snakes. They been snakes, and them hoes was like that when you got there, and they like that now, so fuck them both. And they did the right thing by letting them headline WrestleMania. They most definitely deserve to headline WrestleMania, and that is how you close a mania.
What else we get? You'll also get a weekly recap of every single show that WWE has to offer. Monday Night Raw after show, NXT after show, and of course a Friday Night SmackDown after show. You'll also get a recap of all the Big 5 PLEs. I even do the Saudi shows for you. And then, if it's good and worth the time, I may even throw a little AEW in there. But of course, I will do my best to make sure I recap as many PLEs as possible. If I don't have it, then I'll throw it to one of my friends who do know it. We also cover pop culture, and we have really good time over here with lifestyle and just giving advice. So, if you're ready, it's showtime, and that is on the ancestors, baby. I cannot hear anything. That's because everything is going to my... So weird why it does that. Huh? Yeah, being my damn person, turning on and shit. Alright, so top commenter of the day goes to Kayla. Kayla was numero uno. We've got Kayla, we've got Nika, we've got Youngboy Jay, we've got Aaliyah, and number 5 goes to Hiram. Since Kayla was numero uno, today Donnie is our top commenter of the day. He's gonna be our honorable mention, and usually that goes to Kayla, but Kayla was in here first. Okay, so hello to everybody. Hello, how are you? Hi. Hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed NXT. If you didn't, you missed out on a treat. Well, we are about to go into what we saw today. Okay? Let's start off with the women's breakout tournament. I told y'all. Down to the end, Jared. Down to the end. Did I call it? Did I call it, baby?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels so good to be right. Good to be right. I told you. I knew they was going to give that boring bitch this damn contract. I knew it. For the moment she sashayed her tiny hipped ass in there, I knew she was going to get that damn contract. Now, I told you she was going to win it by some nefarious means as well. Her ass had Elektra out there. Had Elektra not been out there, that might have played out a little bit differently.
But unfortunately for Kaylani, she lost. But I tell you what, Kaylani is entertaining. Kaylani is a superstar. She is going to be the one that is going to break out. And it ain't going to be because of that fucking contract. Kaylani is well worth the investment, as she has been an excellent wrestler from the day she debuted all the way up until now. She's been clean. Her ring awareness is insane. That girl is a star. You need to watch her. And if WWE don't do anything with her and she ends up going somewhere else, she's going to be immaculate. I promise you that. But Lola is boring. You can kiss my ass. At the end of the match, she said there's nobody like her. There's about 15 girls back there that do exactly what you do. Carmen Petrovich being one of them, and she does it better than you. Okay? Now let's just call a motherfucking spade a spade. I'm just calling it like I sees it. You're boring. you're boring, babe. The only thing you got is that kick. And just because you square up like you about to fight don't mean you good at what you do. It's not nothing that you're terrible, but you're not fun to watch. And I'm not talking about acrobatics and backflips and shit. I'm talking about just pure great match quality. You, my dear, don't fit the bill, in my opinion. But WWE sees something in you that I don't. Between you and Elektra Lopez, the better wrestler definitely is Elektra Lopez, and neither one of y'all are entertaining by any means. But do you? I have to pull a Joe on them. Just go, by any means, by any means. Anyways, not your favorite Christmas song. Go to hell, Hiram. Go to hell. So, anyways, Lola got the contract. Good for her. I'm be honest, I didn't get to see this whole match. I saw the end. I saw where Nathan Frazier did as much as he could to quell Dominic Mysterio, but Dominic was able to best Frazier, and that was it. But it was not without trying. And then on top of that, we had the return of Wes Lee coming back to claim the title that is rightfully his, the North American Championship. Ooh, the black and white and gold is nice. It look like Black Lightning.
Talking about Miles' suit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's with the black sleek Spider-Man? Where you get that from?
I don't know.
Oh, you petty. Anyway.
Hold on, Tiffany. Hold on.
Now it's a superior suit.
Okay, I'll leave that one there.
Yeah. Yes, I approve. Anyways, Wes Lee returned and made his presence very, very known. That Dominic Mysterio's days as champion are numbered, love. And now that the Halloween Havoc is over, Shawnee Boy is moving into NXT's deadline. And that doesn't happen until December, which means for the next month or so, they're going to be plotting out NXT deadline. We got a few little things we got to cover, but the tournament starts, or more specifically, the qualifying matches for NXT deadline starts next week. So Shawn Michaels has been able to successfully fill up NXT's time with tournaments, but also with qualifiers, which gives them enough time to build storylines, but also to allow them to have good quality matches in between those storylines. So it's going to be interesting to see who qualifies for the Iron Survivor Challenge and who's going to be able to win that challenge. First time winners of that Iron Survivor Challenge were Grayson Waller and Roxanne Perez. Now this year that may be changed. Of course, Roxanne's not going to win and Grayson Waller is on the main roster. So we'll have to wait and see who's going to win the tournament or the Iron Survivor Challenge on both the men and the women's side this year. It's going to be an interesting time, though. Again, Nathan Frazier lost to Dominic Mysterio today, but a return of Wes Lee is what calmed everybody's spirits today. I won't do it until November 1st. I will put you in timeout on November 1st. And if you do it again, I'll block you. I'm serious. Hi, Tirza. So, again, for those of you who are late, so I can give you guys a little bit more of a recap. Boring ass Lola won the tournament. She claimed nobody's like her in the back. She might be right on the front that ain't nobody as boring as her except for her counterpart, Elektra Lopez. But like I told y'all, that heifer right there won it, and she won it because Elektra Lopez interfered in the match. That's why she won it. Nathan Frazier did lose to Dominic Mysterio, but a silver lining is that Wesley has returned to NXT, and maybe we'll finally get that title off of Dominic Mysterio. With that being said, Tiffany Stratton and Fallon never even had a match. Tiffany was so frustrated with Fallon making fun of her or basically dressing up as her for Halloween that she attacked Fallon before the match even started, locked her into a submission on the damn ring post and wouldn't let the girl go. Because of that, she was deemed unable to compete, and Tiffany looked like the big victor. I would imagine that leading into the qualifier matches for the Iron Survivor Challenge, Fallon is going to be able to get her hands on Tiffany Stratton. And if that is the case, Fallon needs to be the one that advances. Hear me when I say this. Fallon needs to be the one that advances. If they want to put Tiffany inside the Iron Survivor Challenge match, fine. But she does not need to be the one who wins if they decide to put her up against Fallon. Tiffany's already been champion and she still ain't learned her lesson. She's still running around here acting like a brat because she doesn't like the cards that she's being dealt. Life sucks and then you die, babe. It's part of the charm. It's part of life. Get over it. You didn't like Fallon making fun of you. Well, Fallon didn't like you acting like she was a bum-ass bitch. So she showed you what a bum-ass bitch looked like. And you just got mad because you got sunned on TV. And instead of you being a woman and taking her on in the match head on, because you couldn't risk her actually beating you in that match, you decided to attack her before the match even started. You just on some punk bitch shit, and I don't like it. Fallon should get pushed to the moon. I agree. I love Fallon. I don't know why they be treating Fallon like she a red-headed stepchild. Anyways, moving into the secondary women's match of the night, we had the tag team titles. Now, Shotzi and Scarlett showed up in their Ecto 1 and had on their Ghostbusters costumes. They soon changed to a different costume and were using the Ouija board. And they realized that there was some nefarious things going on inside the other realm. And of course, here come Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to kind of calm that storm. They was like, we'll take care of everything that's going on here. You go on and handle everything on the other side. So they decided to let Alba and Isla handle everything for Halloween Havoc Night 2 from here on out. They left it in their hands. They didn't really do anything besides loom over Piper and Chelsea's match with JC and Thea. See, JC felt like, well, since I scratched your back and got you the tag team titles, I'm going to scratch your back, you scratch my back, and give me the tag team titles. And Andre Chase said, that's not how we do things at Chase U. We win everything fair and square. And she was just like, without my interference, you wouldn't be champion. And Andre Chase was like, I didn't ask for that interference. I would have gladly lost on my own merit. I didn't need your help to win or lose. This led to a small argument to which, of course, your resident MVP and Thea Hill came up and were unaware of the conversation. Heading out into the arena where the girls were actually having the match. At the end of the match, JC was trying to use Andre Chase's title to take out one of the girls, Piper or Chelsea. He took the title, and this led to a minor distraction to which they were able to capitalize and retain their championships. Of course, Isla and Alba were standing tall, towering over those championships and making sure that people know that their presence will always be felt and that those titles are going to be coming to them very, very soon. With all that being said, Chelsea and Piper retained their championships. Thea Hill and JC went home titleless. This was the first match of the night, and to be honest, this match was fire. The Creed brothers went up against Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, and all four men pulled out a banger of a performance. There was nothing short of tables, ladders, and chairs used in this match. Every man ate in this match, okay? They performed exceptionally well in this match, and well, the Creed brothers have been on quite the roll. They beat Garza and Carrillo, and they are now considered the number one contenders for the tag team titles. You have to wonder, how long is Chase U going to be able to hold on to those championships? Because not only are the Creed brothers clamoring for them again, but also the family. They want their lick back, and they made it very clear that they know that Andre Chase and, of course, their resident MVP didn't win those titles fair and square. And while they understand the circumstances, and if it was them in their position, they probably would utilize the same thing, they feel like they are owed something. And Tony made it very clear that we're going to get our opportunity. And MVP says, well, Duke's like, okay, you guys will get your championship shot. No problem. He said, yeah, we're talking about that too. It seems like there's something else going on here between Chase U and the family, more than what's being led on. Now, I don't know about y'all, but inference is telling me, and my gut is telling me, that somebody made a deal with the devil and they ain't came to pay their rent yet. And eventually, somebody's going to have to pay that piper. I don't know, but it seemed like Andre Chase might have been playing some nice little nefarious games with the family, and now not only do they owe him a championship, but they owe him something else. Yes, they did. It was a very, very fun match to watch. I will give them that. Hello, Nicole. How are you? All right. So, moving on. I told y'all Von Wagner was going to bring his head wrapped ass back in there, didn't I? Didn't I motherfucking tell y'all he was coming back? Poe Robert. He tried. He's still serving face in this picture. This render. Chef's kiss. He tried. He really tried. But Brian Breaker was just toying with him. He really was. He ended up getting beat with a gnarly spear. I am not going to even lie. He might as well have split that man in half. Okay? He took his ass out. Then Von Wagner came out there and took out Brian Breaker and almost gave him the same treatment that he gave Von, but he ran like the little bitch that he is. Child, it was a mess. It was a mess, but I was glad that Von came back, and I was glad that at least Robert stood his ground. Despite the fact that he knew he was going to get beat up, he stood his ground, and I am okay with that. Hey, everyone. Sorry for the delay. I was making a sandwich. Oh, you're fine. You are fine, love. Face beat, right? Robert he just be serving. You be like, oh, hey. Hi. Oh, my God. You're attractive. You are attractive. I did. You've been eating all day. What are you eating? I made chicken salad and my daddy said I put too much garlic in it. I really didn't. I put a little bit of garlic powder in there and he doesn't like it. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of it. It has a lot of garlic in there for him. He doesn't really like garlic like that. I'm sorry. You said you ate some sushi? Boo! I don't like raw fish, but I thought about it the other day and I said, maybe I need to eat sushi from a reputable restaurant, like an actual sushi place, because I've tried it in so many other places and it's not delicious. And it's not for the kids in the booming system. Hello, Eli. How are you? She said I ate some sushi. I made some smoked mussels with chili oil. Ooh, smoke. I love mussels. That is the only seafood that I will eat and will eat all the time is mussels. I love them so much. But that sounds absolutely delicious. Mussels with a chili oil. That sounds delicious. That sounds so amazing. It says the chili oil snack from TikTok is so good. I hate you. I hate that you had it. I'm so mad at you. He said, I don't like it. I can't. I love mussels. I love them. I can eat mussels and clams, but I cannot eat scallops. I cannot eat shrimp, crawfish, lobster, anything like that. I'm not a fan of, but I can eat mussels, and I have been. The first time I had them was at Red Lobster. I was with my parents, and I think Gerard, you was with me. Were you with me when we had those mussels?
Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah, and we had this really good bread and those mussels in that white wine butter sauce, and it was so fire, and I loved it. And I got like 7 that day, I think. And that's the only kind of seafood that I've ever been able to eat without feeling like I'm gonna throw up after eating it. It's something about shrimp and like crab legs and shit that makes me just want to retch. I can't do it. I saw her from that rich white lady on TikTok. Who always do them caviar snacks. Oh, ew. I don't like caviar. That's one thing I can't eat. I've been eating all day too, like PMS and pregnant at the same time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Get mussels, like actual mussels. You thought we was eating mussels? What the hell? What is going on? I like mussels, but I can't do raw fish. I can't do sushi. I have tried, and I want to try it again because everybody keeps saying how delicious it is, and I'm just like, what am I missing? What is my body saying that is not good? Because I don't know if it's a texture thing or if it's just too fishy for me. I feel like it's too fishy, and I just need to go somewhere reputable maybe to try it. I used to not like them for years. Oh, I love mussels. I love them. Mussels is a good introductory seafood because it's not fishy. Exactly. Same. I'm probably going to start mines too. Now I want guac in a taco. All right, y'all. So the final match of the night. I hope I'm not missing a match. I hope I'm not. Final match of the night was this. This match was absolutely fire. It was so good. I have to say my favorite matches were the Creed Brothers match with Angel and Humberto and this match between Ilya and Carmelo. If you didn't watch the beginning of the show, you need to watch that first match. Everything else to me, in my opinion, was filler. Do I think that I'll say that Nathan Frazier's match with Dom wasn't a bad match, but I'm just sick of seeing Dom. So I didn't care to watch it because I figured he wasn't going to win. I don't know if he won clean or not, and I generally don't care. But it was nice to see Wesley come back and try to stake some claim in some territory. However, that first match with the Creed Brothers and Angel and Humberto was absolutely flawless in my opinion. This match between Carmelo and Ilya, just as great, if not better. They both matches gave you something to scream about. It was so intense and it was so much fun to watch. It really, 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 really was a good match between the two of them. They were brutalizing each other. Carmelo was bleeding. It was a lot. But towards the end, Trick Williams pops up and he comes out and he looks like he's finna stare a hole through Carmelo Hayes' body. Okay, he looked like he was looking right through him. Carmelo Hayes froze. He completely froze on the top rope. Something about that does not feel right, okay? That man had a Justice for Trick shirt when he came out there, and now you are standing on the top rope and your friend comes out during your match and he legitimately stares you down like you are the bane of his existence. Ilya gets the win and drops Carmelo like a bad habit, and then the match is over and he leaves. And all you see is Carmelo in the ring laid out, and Trick is trying to come in. He comes in. They have this long dramatic pause between the two of them. He picks his friend up. They don't say a word to each other. They just stare at each other, and then the cameras run to the back because bum-ass Cal Yu done attacked Ilya Dragunov in the back. Bitch, what the fuck is going on? We was trying to see what was going on between Carmelo and Trick. We don't give a damn about Cal Yu and his bullshit. We don't care about none of that. Me no speaker tricker. We don't care. We don't care. Go home, Roger. Go home. It's cause you ain't no diva. Stop. Oh my gosh, happy Halloween, putas. Happy Halloween to everybody. Happy Halloween, Kenny. Happy Halloween to everybody. Next year, I'm dressing up for Halloween. AJ's gonna be Blade. And I was gonna play his mama. But that's rude. So I was gonna be his mama and be calling him Eric all night, but I don't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna be Dr. Karen Jensen next year. That's what I'm gonna be. I feel like her outfit was pretty simple. She had a purple shirt on and black jeans, and I could find that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm probably not gonna wear no jeans. I'm probably gonna wear a dress or something. And then I'm gonna find that wig, because she had a wig on. She had a fall on. So I'm gonna find that and put that on. Put some curls in there. I'm gonna wear my little dark black lipstick and get my Dr. coat that say, and I'm gonna make sure it say Dr. Karen Jensen on the coat. And that's gonna be my outfit. We gonna pass out candy next year. Me and AJ done already planned it out. We're gonna pass out candy to the kiddos. And we gonna take pictures. And I'm gonna get my picture of Eric, of AJ trying to bite my neck, because he got to get his script back. Blade got to get his script back, so he got to get the normal blood. He can't have no more serum. He got to get that blood. Jerry. No, we can't do that.
It's terrible.
That's funny. Oh my God. He said, I'm mad. She said, ooh, that's going to be dope, right? It's going to be cute. Me and AJ don't never really do nothing for Halloween, but next year, I don't know what the kids going to do, but I really want to have fun with the neighborhood kids next year, because they come out and they always look so happy, and they be trick-or-treating, and they have some of the best costumes. And I want to film it, and I want to make cookies next year and give them little cookie pouches. Like, I want to do a lot. I want to really make Halloween fun for everybody in the house next year. And usually it's a pretty quiet holiday, and it really don't have nothing to do with anything. We just, like, most of the time we just don't say, get dressed for it. But I want to do it because I've never truly been able to participate for Halloween. Never really been able to do it, and I want to. Because I got an 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. shift tomorrow, and I close tonight. Ooh. Oh, my God. Go to bed. Go to bed, Rico. Oh, yes. It's my girl. Damn, Rico sound like me. Okay. Ciao. So we got all of that happening here in NXT. Lola won the Breakout Women's Tournament. She is now going to be able to challenge for the title whenever she feels like it. You've got Piper and Chelsea retaining their championships. Okay. He said, I am working on it. Like I said, Lola is your NXT Women's Breakout Tournament winner for the second year. Dominic Mysterio retained his championship. Fallon and Tiffany never had their match because Tiffany attacked Fallon before the match even started. Chelsea and Piper retained their championships against JC and Thea. The Creed brothers bested Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. And of course, Braun Breaker beat Robert Stone, but Von Wagner showed back up, demanded a match with Braun Breaker next week. So it has been scheduled and it will happen. And of course, Ilya Dragunov retained his championship only to be attacked by Caillou, and Trick Williams made his triumphant return to NXT. But all the questions have not been answered. Also, Wesley showed up in NXT after the match with Nathan Frazier and Dominic Mysterio and made his claim to that North American Championship once again. So we got some returns. Wesley has come back, and it seems that he's been put right back into the middle card with that NXT Championship. Doesn't seem like he's the one who attacked Trick Williams. So that's out. Trick Williams has returned, and it seems like he's alluding to the fact that Carmelo Hayes has attacked him, but he hasn't really said anything. We don't know what's really going on, so we'll have to wait and see next week, okay? And of course, Von Wagner has returned, and he now is going to be wrestling against Braun Breaker. So you've got 3 returns today: Von Wagner, Trick Williams, and of course, none other than one of the greatest, if not the greatest, North American champion of all time, Wesley. Okay? Of course, like I said before, Lola has now become your women's breakout tournament winner. They are supposed to start the men's breakout tournament next, or the tag team championship tournament, the Dusty Cup. That's supposed to start soon too. So we got a lot going on because you got the tag team tournament, you've got the men's breakout tournament, and then you've got the qualifying matches for Iron Survivor. But here's what I saw when we was watching the show. There was a little T in the background. So you saw Dante Chin, and I can't think of that boy's name that was with Wendy Chu.
I could have sworn it was Boa.
Is it Boa? You said it was Boa?
I thought it was Boa.
So Dante Chin was back there, and Boa came up to him and talked to him with the white face paint on, and he had his face painted and he was talking to him. Now, Wendy Chu haven't been around for quite some time. A lot of people don't like Wendy Chu's character, but I love Wendy. I think Wendy is amazing. And I love her character. I think her character is funny and it's campy and it's cute, okay? But she haven't been around for a while. And it says Wendy Chu hasn't been around since May 19th on the episode of Level Up when she teamed up with Kaylani to face off against Elektra Lopez and Lola. Chu was part of the mysterious parking lot attacks by an assailant, but she ended up being okay after that. Now, there was a media call after the Great American Bash, and Shawn Michaels said that Wendy Chu is still coming along. She was rehabbing from her injuries. Hopefully, she will be back soon. We're very good, as our talent is very good, and making sure that they are 100% ready to go. My understanding is that everything is progressing well, but she is still a ways off before she will be seen in action. This was back in July. So we got some time now. She should be okay right now. This was back in July when they said this about her on the media call. So with Boa being backstage in full face paint garb and talking to Dante Chen, it seems like something is brewing with them in the backstage area as well. Maybe another faction is brewing. And this time, instead of having Xia Li as a right hand man, you can have Dante Chen and Boa as the right hand man of, the former. What was the name of that girl? What did they name her? What did they name her?
I don't remember.
I can't remember her name. Somebody remember it. I am working on it. I'm sure you are. I need to start making a dent in my Brittany book. Yes, getting the NXT Negro Championship bike. Period. Period, Nicole. Because goddamn, we tired. We're tired of you, Dominic Mysterio, and your whack ass mullet. We're tired of it, bitch. Go back home. Return to sender. Okay. All right, y'all. That was NXT Halloween Havoc Night 2. Pretty decent, solid night. Amazing match card when it came to the men. The men put out really good matches today. They were solid. You know what I'm saying? It was fun to watch. I wish they would have let Tiffany and Fallon go at it. And they could have cut Robert Stone and Brian Breaker's match. They could have left that in the back. Or let it be a parking lot incident and have Von Wagner show up there. Because I feel like it was just unnecessary for Brian Breaker to get a padded win for his stats. And I'm just like, he doesn't need this fucking win. Y'all could have just let this be a one-off thing. He attacks Robert. Von Wagner comes out there, stops the attack, and then boom, match over. Give Tiffany and Fallon the time that they definitely deserve. More specifically, Fallon deserved that time. I think it was Mei Ying, but let me double check. Okay, there we go. It was Mei Ying. Thank you. I knew somebody would tell me. So it was Mei Ying. Maybe Mei Ying is being revived, and they're going to use Dante Chen and Boa as the right hand henchmen of Mei Ying. Hopefully they do, because I actually like the Mei Ying character. I think it was cut short before it even had a chance to really come to fruition. I really did enjoy them. So it's going to be an interesting time if they do reprise it. She hasn't been around in a couple months, so yeah. I missed the whole thing with Boa. He was in the back. It was around the time that they were talking. I believe it was to Chase You. I could be wrong, though. Was it Chase You, babe?
What?
When Boa was back there? Was it when they was talking to the family, or was it with somebody else?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Somebody was talking to somebody. I can't remember who it was, but Boa walked up and he saw Dante Chen sitting in the back, and he was talking to him. Hold tight, y'all. Let me go back and double check. Ooh, I gotta watch Found too. I gotta watch that. I love that show. I gotta watch the first episode though. I haven't even watched it. I'm so all over the place. Oh my god. Oh, you also have to talk about Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy, he cut a promo, and it basically was just him telling everybody, look, I'm not the greatest person in the world, and I know I'm not. I know I have my faults, but everybody has their faults. And he essentially was like, um, he just had a really creepy message, but it was along the lines of what Joe Gacy would say to somebody. Another person who had a vignette was a backstage segment was Lexis King. Alexis King is very arrogant, he's very pompous, and he's chauvinistic at best. He was talking to Mackenzie and he seemed to be polite and a little bit charming, but then he became, to me, flirtatious, and he was just like, "Hey, where you going? Why don't you stay? Enjoy some candy, sit for a while." And she goes, "Yeah, no thanks. But thank you for the interview." And he was like, "Hey, no problem." And I was just like, "Ew." And it was just the way he said it. He just was being a dick. And I didn't like it. So we also got the little haunted house situation with Noam Dar and the girls. They was looking for him and trying to get his title. I mean, get his cup back. So I don't remember if Noam Dar got his cup back. OTM cut a promo though, and Reginald happened to be the one to cut the promo, which I don't. I mean, they all said they piece. I just don't like Reginald. I'm not a fan of Reginald in this particular storyline. I'm just not, and nothing about it makes any sense to me. Hold on, let me see if this is where it's at. I don't think it was back here. Dom had some nice boots on today, though. I'll tell you that. He had some furry ass boots on. He be doing the most with his boots, but they was cute. I give him that. They was some cute boots.
His wee little boots.
Wee little boots. Dom came out there dressed like a prisoner, which it's so weird that your ass is walking around here with off-white on, trying to convince everybody that you was in prison. And you know damn well you wasn't in no prison. You know full well you wasn't. Lying ass bitch. Just lying. When he said what okay, so when Chase U and them was talking, he was like, the Don comes up and he immediately tenses up and is like very, very respectful to the Don, right? And I'm like, okay, this must be about the championships, right? You would think that it's about the championships. But it's not. It seemed like there's more going on here than just them being in the championships. You know what I'm saying? AHS got it back. American Horror Story. Lyra's gonna be on NXT next week. I'm trying to find the moment where they was backstage. Basically, OTM was just like, "We are coming to take over." That's all they said, but in a very roundabout way. I'm trying to find that moment backstage. It was back there when Robert Stone was talking to Von Wagner. That's when I saw it. That's probably why you missed it. It wasn't during Chase U's segment because Isla and Alba was back there, but it was during the time Von Wagner was backstage talking to Robert Stone, and that's when you see Dante Chen talking to Boa. Oh, he did get it back. They just attacked him. There's a match set for Akira and him next week, though. Yeah, it was right here. Hold on, Nicole. I'm a video it so you can see it in the group chat. See right there? Mm-hmm. I don't miss nothing, baby. I was watching. I was like, what is going on here? Hold tight. Let me go inside my Instagram group chat. Welcome to Singapore. All right, y'all. That is it. That's all I got for NXT. It was a solid show. If you missed it, you definitely need to go and watch it. This match between Akira and Noam Dar is a Heritage Cup match. It's going to be next week. They are also going to have Lyra Valkyria return, and she's going to be NXT Women's Champion, obviously. First night as the champions, technically. First night as the champion. And then you're going to have the qualifying matches for the Iron Survivor Challenge. They're going to start next week. Deadline is on December 1st. Let me check. 9th. I apologize. It's on December 9th. Deadline is December 9th. On a Saturday. They're going to be in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So there is that. Yeah, thank you. I corrected it. Any whoosies. So, Crown Jewel is Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a full storyline recap on the podcast this week because I'm going to give the girls a break so they can, focus on school and anything else that they have to do this week. So no worries. We're not going to put out a podcast. We're going to talk about Crown Jewel and the whole storylines of all of the matches leading into Crown Jewel. First match on the kickoff is going to be between JD McDonough and Sami Zayn. They're going to be battling it out, and it's just to see who's the better guy. Of course, Sami Zayn is still tangled up in Judgment Day, and JD McDonough still has a lot to prove, apparently, with Judgment Day, which I don't understand because all of them lose just about as much as JD McDonough do. So I wouldn't be proving shit to nobody, but that's just me personally. Okay? Ooh, what's this? Fellow Travelers. What is that? It's a political drama? Ooh, I don't like that. Anyways, moving on. The girls are going to be fighting. It's a fatal 5-way for Rhea Ripley's World Heavyweight Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Rhea Ripley more than likely is going to retain this championship, but it's a fatal 5-way. Okay, y'all, it's going to be a decent match, but this black lip bitch is going to keep that title. Into the women, into the unknown. We're going to have Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, okay? And I suspect that Bianca Belair will be possibly the victor. Now, is it possible that she could lose? Yes. I don't know. I want Bianca to win. I want her to be champion. But I also want Io to win. And I want her to stay champion and, really stand on her own 2 feet. But I have a feeling that her being champion while being in Damage Control is generally what's hindering her championship run. She's had some amazing matches with the women on the roster, that of Asuka and, of course, Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I am split between this match for these two. It could go either way. I'd be happy with either one of them winning, so good luck to both of them. John Cena has something that he has to prove. I'm assuming that it has something to do with him not being a bum. 2,000 plus days that he has not won a singles championship or a singles match of any kind. And Solo Sikoa is looking to continue that streak. And John Cena is trying to snap it. The last time that he won was at a Saudi show. It was at the Greatest Royal Rumble. And that was the last time we saw John Cena competing and actually winning a match at the Greatest Royal Rumble. But this time we're at Crown Jewel, 2,000 plus days later, and on a losing streak for the masses. Dry, give me the cord to charge my computer, please. Hold on, y'all. Gracias. Now, do we think Solo's gonna win this? I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you that Solo is definitely gonna lose at Crown Jewel against John Cena. If he doesn't, I'll be fucking shocked. Okay, but I'm telling you that Solo is gonna lose at Crown Jewel. All right. Moving on to some more non-title bouts. Cody Rhodes has set his path or his sights on that WWE Championship once again, and he feels like the first start to that new path is straight through Damian Priest. Damian Priest has the briefcase. He's Senor Money in the Bank, as he calls himself. We'll have to see who's going to be the victor in this particular match. Both men are going into this match even kill, momentum on both of their sides. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out for either one of them. I'm not sure, but it's going to be an interesting match. Of course, Judgment Day always makes sure their own is getting what they need. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Hello, Mario. Moving on to the title matches, okay? We already covered 2 of the women's title matches. Let's get the last 3 matches for the menzies. Okay, Rey Mysterio is defending his United States Championship against Logan Paul. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up, I don't think Logan Paul gonna win this championship. Number one, he's gotta have a desire to want to carry it. That's the first thing. Number 2, if I was Ricochet, he wouldn't get nothing as long as I have breath in my body. He would not get nothing until I get a rematch against him. And number 3, to me, he doesn't need a championship. He's a part-time player. He doesn't need a championship. Plain and simple. Moving on, the last set of matches in Crown Jewel obviously are going to be co-main events, in my opinion. And you've got one of the biggest with Drew McIntyre facing off against Seth freaking Rollins. Now, do I think that Drew McIntyre is going to beat Rollins? No. Is it possible that he can? Yes, but I don't think that he will. Seth probably will retain this championship, and this might continue their feud leading into Survivor Series or possibly Royal Rumble. Don't know, but I don't believe that Drew McIntyre is going to get the cheers that he is looking for at Crown Jewel. And then finally, you've got the megastar versus the tribal chief. Roman Reigns is set to defend his WWE Undisputed Universal Championship against none other than LA Knight. What do we think about that? The simplest explanation is that LA Knight's probably going to get screwed out of a win at this show. Or WWE could swerve us all and have LA Knight be the victor and become the new WWE Universal Champion. But then that would leave Cody Rhodes out in the cold again. And I just don't think that that's the direction that they're going in. It's no shade to LA Knight, and we all love him. But I think that LA Knight is going to be another notch in the Tribal Chiefs belts of winners. And I'm sure Jimmy Uso is going to have something to do with it, as will Solo Sikoa. Same shit, different toilet. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is Crown Jewel. We will go over the Crown Jewel matches tomorrow for Freestyle Wednesday. We'll talk about it some more. And by then, I should have the storyline recap up for Crown Jewel this Saturday. And you can listen and follow along if you want to. I'm going to try and make it as entertaining as possible. But with all that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow at around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we'll do all the talking that you guys want to do. Other than that, have a good night. I'll see you next time.